had just been laid off from a good career as a warehouse manager for a produce company. I had already been living in my van for quite a while, and I had been thinking of buying land for quite a while. And that year specifically, I was going out and looking at places and whatnot. So when I got laid off, it was a trigger to really move forward with what I was doing. When I was a kid, I would watch Little House on the Prairie and stuff like that and think, man, why isn't life like that? That's how life should be, I thought. So I packed up 2 of those IBC totes on this trailer that's broke down since. The axle's bent. It wasn't built to hold that much weight, hauling water and whatnot. In my entire 9 months out here, by the way, that's all the trash that I've compiled. And once I get a full trailer, I'll just haul it to the dump. So I've run e-commerce or online businesses since I was 18 years old, on and off. And I thought, man, if I can just get a nice little e-commerce business going and I can get a piece of land and I'm close enough to a town or city that I can go in and grab some things, then it'll probably turn out pretty good. Have you tried our red tea? It's made from hibiscus, lemon balm, and rose petals. Science shows there's many great benefits to drinking our red tea. Check out our website for many great reviews and grab a bag while you're there with free shipping for a limited time. By no means am I sustainable yet, but I wanted to have food, water, and shelter. And so the first thing I stocked up on were some chickens. This hen up top there is actually a spring chicken from when I first got them. And those baby chickens I just showed you, those are breast chickens. They're better for meat, and most of these chickens are good for meat and eggs, but these are good egg laying chickens. I've got some pigs over here. Pigs will breed and have 10 pigs in a year. So I've got a male and a female. I've got a few roosters with the chickens. I've got 2 male and 2 female rabbits, the male and female boar goat. All of these animals will breed, have offspring that I can raise for meat or more eggs, and continue the process like that. Last season when I first got here, I tried to do a garden out here in some raised beds, and I was pretty successful at growing many things. I kept learning as I went. It was my first season gardening. I wound up finally getting sunshade cloths at the end and all kinds of things. And I had also experimented in this hoop house here. And so between the two, I was able to get a lot of things started, but I just didn't have enough time to learn and then get a harvest. I've got compost going so that I can build more soil and sustain myself that way. And then this is the geothermal greenhouse I've been building since I started. So I've been working on this for like 8 months now. And there's 4-inch hose, 200 linear feet that runs underground. You can see a piece there that isn't fully covered yet. So there's 200 feet that goes back and forth, and it stays 55 degrees down that deep all year. And so whatever the temperature of the air is out here, there will be a differential inside, because it'll be pumping 55 degree temperature in and circulating that hotter or colder air through the system. So this way I can create a really great homeostasis for plants. I'll be able to grow year round and just provide a better environment for growing different things that I might not be able to grow out here so well. I need to have heat inside the shed, so I've got a wood burning stove in there and a nice chimney kit out here. I can pump water from the container there into this shower, and it goes through a tankless propane heater. The awning here gives me protection from the sun and the elements. I can park under it. Notice the front end is out because I've got 4 100-watt solar panels up top there. So those are in the southern sun. And this is a multi-purpose awning. Obviously I can collect all that snow that's going to melt. It's collecting it right now. Nothing fancy in here, but for 2 years I ran that burner all night long to heat the van. And then I would use a circulation fan up here to blow. And then on the top there, I've got a fantastic fan that'll pump. It's a ventilation fan. But just recently, my buddy Jay sent this in. This is a diesel powered air dryer or heater. And let me tell you, this thing is so much more efficient. It's only costing a little over $1 a day to run heat. So there's a 200 amp hour battery in here, and then a circuit breaker for 12 volt. And of course I've got the refrigerator, phone charging, laptop charging, lights, fans, things like that are connected to that system. On the shed, I have 3 100 watt solar panels. They go into 4 100 watt gel batteries. I run my tea business out of the shed here. And so I needed electricity to run things such as the thermal printer, the printer, the sealing machine, so on and so forth. And this is a look at the cast iron stove that's inside the shed that you just saw the chimney for. I have also got a kerosene heater back here. I believe I made a trade with the neighbor for that, and so there's several ways to heat myself if necessary. The shower works great. There's a little brass knob that you need to pull out after showering so that the water doesn't freeze in the line. But other than that, I've had no problems. And this little high pressure sprayer has really helped do the trick. I've got some standard food storage and tools and whatnot over here. And most of the wood I burned was the juniper right here on my land. And I've heard people say, you can't burn juniper. I think it's a little different when you live in the city. You might be more concerned with that, but this is burned just fine. It smells great. It hasn't even gummed up my chimney like a lot of people said it would. And I'll just clean my chimney out annually, like everybody should. Nice little security camera right there. That'll view the entrance and the door and the vehicle at all times. Try to be as clean as possible, so I don't have trash laying around, but you know, there's some items here that I haven't been able to put to use yet, but I will. And let's see, that's a solar water heater that'll go up on the south side above the panels. Toolbox, you know, just some other things just haven't been put to use yet. So basically, I'm running my online business to support myself. I go into town, as you know, I really don't go grocery shopping very often, maybe once a month or every 2 months. I just get a bunch of basic stuff. And so I'm supporting myself that way, but I'm building towards being much more self-sustainable. You know, I'm already reaping some of those benefits. I've got 5 dozen eggs right now, which is a lot of eggs. I get so many eggs that I can use some of the eggs to feed some of the animals. And it'll just continue to grow. I think this time next year I'll have all the meat that I could handle, and I'll have it, you know, I'll salt some meats, I'll dry some meats, I'll freeze some meats, smoke some meats, and then I'll be growing fruit and vegetables and harvesting more water than I could use. And that's the point, is just to be as sustainable as possible, enjoy myself, try to be happy, because happiness is success, right? At the end of the day, if you're really happy, then aren't you already there? That's kind of the point, I guess, is to be happy. So hopefully some of that helps you guys out a little bit, kind of piece things together a little bit. I think to walk through and kind of talk about how different parts of the homestead tie in with other parts, and more of a macro view, I guess. Hopefully you guys have already hit the like button and subscribed, hit notifications, and if you sign up for the membership, you can interact on the lives with us for only 99 cents a month. $5 will get you behind the scenes footage, and you get access to comment section and the whole community and whatnot. It's pretty cool. So if you're interested in that, check it out. I'll see you guys on the next video.